What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2. We are back at the Ruined Fork once again because today we are heading towards the keep of Vendrick's brother, Lord Aldea. But before we get there, we should probably talk a little bit more about Vendrick himself, a little more since we only just met him last time. He was pathetic, hollowed, wandering in circles, oblivious to everything else going on around him, after having fled from the throne. I love Vendrick. I love that he, like the other Dark Souls and Demon Souls monarchs, are the personifications of a fall from grace, or ambition that just gets turned upside down and thrown back in their faces. I love that. Vendrick is yet another king who coveted something, and his desire and his ambition undid him. I love that recurring theme in the Souls games. These pathetic husks cursed by their own ambition. The Souls games, I say this a lot, the Souls games are about this or that. One of the many things that the Souls games are about, they're about consequences. Allant, Gwyn, and now Vendrick all represent that. They were all once mighty rulers who are now hollowed out husks of men, and it's all their fault. They suffered the consequences of their actions, which largely revolve around coveting power. What's interesting, and I'm not sure if I like this yet or not, is Vendrick breaks that tradition a little bit. Allant, made his bed and he had to lie in it. His choice was his and his alone. And the same thing goes for Gwyn. Nobody was really pulling the strings there. There's no sympathy for them. They weren't victims. They were just fools. They were greedy, scared fools. Regardless of whether or not their ambitions were noble or understandable or justifiable or any of that, they had to deal with their consequences because they alone made their own decisions. Vendrick, well, we can already assume from our meeting with the Chancellor back in the castle and the Queen herself that Nishandra has a plan in this whole plot. We know that it was at Nishandra's behest that Vendrick started the war with the giants. I mean, sure, it's Vendrick's fault for listening, but he's the first that we know of to be actively manipulated into making his choice, the choice that unraveled him. Also, a real quick, oh, that's not going well already. Real quick digression. This is Lucatiel's brother, Aslatiel. He has an extremely low chance to drop the Old Mira Greatsword. Remember, he was supposed to be an extraordinarily skilled swordsman, and oh, fuck. That was the parry I needed. Yeah, he was, quite a skilled swordsman back in their homeland of, Mira. So, back to Vendrick, though. I'm not sure if I like breaking the recurring theme of that cycle of choice and consequence. And maybe that's just like an, oh, change is scary response. But, I'm not sure. What I love is that Vendrick's goal was totally noble. But that's the thing about consequences. Consequences do not discriminate based on intention. It doesn't matter if you've made the right choice for the wrong reason or vice versa. This is a world that's harsh and cold, and it's ruled only by cause and effect. Run back here. Man, I really love this set piece. The skeletal dragon animating, and then falling apart. That, I believe, will kill you if you stand in its way. And it just fades away. That's so fucking awful. Oh, that's terrible. That's a really cool set piece, but it makes me so sad with how shit it is compared to the demoed version of it. We're here in Aldea's Keep, which was once known as the Mansion of the Dragons, which everyone thought was going to lead to the very early screenshots of what looked to be the Painted World.
Please, just stay away. No, please, don't come near me. Nothing good will come of it. Just leave me alone, please. Leave this place and leave me be, as I'd not see any harm befall you. Please, just leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
This is really weird. I've never heard him deliver this dialogue before. I can't figure out why he's not giving me the dialogue I want. So you come down this hall and you get all of these messages saying, fall back, fall back, fall back. Every single one in this hallway says the same thing. I'm sorry, pull back. Except this one. Don't you dare pull this lever. If you pull that lever, it will release Navlaan, who, I'm going to go back real quick and see if maybe now that we made it down the other end of the hall, he'll talk to us. Really confused by this.
Please.
No, he's just saying, leave me alone. There's got to be some event that I haven't done that I'm not even aware of that triggers some alternate dialogue. Either way, I'll be back for him later. Not done with him by a long shot. He is kind of like this game's version of Yurt or Lautrec, I guess. Actually, you know, he's a lot closer to Mephistopheles. He has an assassination side quest for you, and he'll ask you to kill a bunch of NPCs and bring him their items as proof. Like Gilligan, for instance. Remember someone back in Majula mentioned that there was somebody out for Gilligan's life? Well, Navlaan wants you to kill Gilligan and bring him a miniature ladder as proof. Except you don't have to kill any of the NPCs for this quest. All you have to do is either buy the item he wants as proof, or you can usually find them or acquire them in some way. And completing his assassination side quest gives you access to a sorcery and a pyromancy that you cannot acquire otherwise. And when you release him, you become his target. And he invades you over and over and over and over again. He is very, very dangerous. Which is why that hallway was littered with messages warning you not to let him out. You also lose the opportunity to complete his assassination side quest if you release him. So, one of the unique sorceries you get from him, or one of the unique spells, rather, is called Unleash Magic. It gives you a 20% damage buff, but it reduces your HP by 30%, I think. And the other one is a pyromancy called Forbidden Sun, which is this stupidly big, massive damage fireball, which you only get one charge of. You can boost that to 4, I think, with the right gear. And if I remember correctly, the order his quest goes in is first he wants you to kill Gilligan and to get his miniature ladder, which again you can just buy from him. And for that he'll give you a ring, which gives you a ton of damage reduction to dark, fire, lightning, and magic. And then he wants you to kill Kale the Cartographer and bring him Kale's helmet, which he will give you, Kale will give you for lighting all of the Majula map's bonfires, which you can just do mostly, for the most part, normally throughout the course of the game, and come back by the end. And for that, you get some Simpleton Spice from Navlaan. And then he wants you to kill Falcon the Outcast, and bring him Falcon's staff, the Sunset Staff, as proof. But Falcon will just give you his staff if you talk to him with 20 faith and 20 intellect. So again, you don't have to kill him. And your reward for that is you get the Forbidden Sun Pyromancy, the giant fireball. And the final one is to kill the Emerald Herald and bring Navlaan her aged feather, which you get normally as part of the main story progression a little bit later, just after Aldea's Keep. And your final reward for that is you get the Unleash Magic Sorcery. And in here, we will get, a couple of bonfire ascetics. Kind of thought that was just one. There is a way to actually get infinite bonfire ascetics and infinite human effigies, which I'll show off probably in the bonus episode. It's kind of a neat method. Now, there is somewhere around here. Damn it, where is it? I know there's a hidden wall somewhere in here. I think it actually might be a little bit later on. There's a hidden wall with a bonfire behind it. Also, you can unpetrify that ogre. You don't have to for any reason. He does drop something, but I can't particularly remember what. Is this our first glimpse of a dragon so far in the game? Because dragons are about to become really, really important. This Pharaoh's contraption over here, if you light it up, it will light this entire hallway up, which is quite handy because it reveals some of the things waiting in the cages for you. Wait, I'm noticing something behind this painting. I never knew about these guys before. That was better left untouched, but I bet one of these paintings had something cool behind it. That's a high crit, too. I did not know that these paintings were concealing something. Concealing enemies. And just in case you're wondering, there is a way to free that ogre up there. And there is a way to free the other monster ahead of us, which we'll see in just a second. Come on. Am I really not going to get any rewards for dealing with all these paintings? Shit. Oh? Okay, I thought that was all poison for some reason. Let's see. Oh, wait, I think I remember where this hidden wall is now. It's right here. And there should be a bonfire right behind it. Yep. There we go. I got spooked by my own shadow coming up on the wall behind me for a second. I thought there was an enemy coming in from behind. Alright, so we'll open this up, and we have, what, 2 of these dog enemies? They look like the skinless dogs from Silent Hill, except on steroids. Or like, the dogs from Silent Hill have been hitting the gym hard or something. These dogs are so swole. Throw some knives at them and lure them out, hopefully. Maybe they'll get confused wading through the corrosive acid. Maybe not. There we go. Come on, a little bit further out of the doorway. I'm not gonna fight you head on like this. I'm gonna circle behind you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. That's gonna be 2 more hits. Maybe 4 total. What the hell hit him? I saw him take a little, like, 100 damage spike or something. Maybe bashing his head into the bars. I don't know. Alright, come to Butthead. These slow, lumbering bastards can barely fit through the door. How the hell did Aldea get him down there in the first place? Actually, there's a pitfall in there. He probably threw him in through the ceiling. Oh, man. So now we play the fun game that has replaced the shooting arrows and fast-forwarding game from the previous 2 to the take all of our gear off and wade through corrosive shit game. We get another corrosive urn. I love it. Aldea's Key. That's more like it. That's more like what I was looking for out of this exchange. And a petrified dragon bone. That's really good. That made this totally worth it. So now, take a nice nude stroll through the keep. Just rocking out with, now he's wearing pants, never mind. He's not rocking out with the cock out. That's awful. Oh man. I should leave this character pantless and resurrect the Order of the Pantsless Knights. God damn, that's an old reference. Actually, it's not as old as I think. That was like part 3 of the Demon Souls LP from last year. Ah, I missed the Order of the Pantsless Knights. Such noble, brave heroes. Truly the embodiments of chivalry. Oh, but now I'm just thinking back to how much I hate Ostrava. Man, fuck Ostrava. Like Ostrava. Oh, cool. You're just gonna clip through that painting to come after me, aren't you? Yeah, you go and do that. You sneaky dragon sage fuck. Oh, right, they do have shields. I should probably watch out for that. I wonder if they can parry. I've never been parried by one of them, but shielded enemies usually have that ability. And that is the reason I wanted the Eldia key, because it gives you a way around some of the monsters that are coming up. And instead, all you'll have to deal with are a couple of these dragon sages and one of those corrosive mist spewing ticks or beetles. And, oh, right! More petrified dragon bones. Radical. I forgot that these guys can actually drop those. That is cool. That's very cool. Apparently he isn't triggered yet. Maybe I can get around him without getting my ship broken. Yes! 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 Okay, the reason I wanted to take the path around instead of going straight forward down the hallway is so I can go ahead and buff up with Dark Weapon and attack this ogre who is waiting to break that that wall down. I can attack him and pick my battle a little bit more carefully. Because you notice that there were a bunch of caged monsters back there. There were 2 of them. One of them was an ogre, and I forget what the other one is. Oh yeah, it's another one of the dogs. If that's what they are, dogs, something else maybe, I don't know. If you let the ogre come after you, he can charge down the hallway and break all of those things loose from their cages. And sometimes that will mean dealing with all 3 of them at the same time, which, no, it's a bad idea, don't do it. If you want the items that they're holding, though, you can kind of carefully lure him back, break them out one at a time. But I don't particularly care about their items. Also, this is not the door I thought it was. I thought I was about to get ambushed again, but it's actually this door over here where another ogre ambush is waiting. And oh yeah! Love the Kool-Aid Man ogre. We'll get a nicer shot of this beautiful, beautiful vista later on. Hey guys, I found the lighting! I found where the lighting went. They put all of the lighting here. In this one room with this stupid ass boss. They put all of the lighting here. I found it. So proud. So, you're gonna see 2 things employed a lot here. You're gonna see when he goes up to the wall like that and he shoots down a fireball, I'm gonna try to run underneath him. Otherwise, I'm usually gonna be running towards the wall or between his legs because this boss is a bit shit. However, you notice the name? He's the Guardian Dragon. Not a drake, not a worm. A dragon. Except I think he is a drake. Or a wyvern or something like that. One of those dragon cousins. But we are going to see some proper dragons. And right in Aldea's backyard at that. Plus, he had the dragon sages back there. I wonder if this has something to do with the everlasting dragon maybe repopulating, and Aldea went and captured some dragons. Does call into question how long the gap in time between Dark Souls 1 and 2 is. If this does have anything to do with the everlasting dragon repopulating the dragon population. That's the biggest mystery for me in Dark Souls 2, is how did the dragons come back? Oh, shit. Okay, the flames are gonna end before I run out of health. Maybe this is evidence that Drangleic isn't in Lordran. Maybe Gwyn and his followers didn't wipe the dragons out, just the ones in Lordran. I don't know. I have some other theories that are so fucked up that I can't think of how to verbalize them, so I'll work on that for next time. Because we are closing in on the end of this level. But first, I want to wander out here. Check this out. Check all of this out. Oh my god! That view with the trees, the mountains in the distance, doesn't look so good from that side. This side, though, that is breathtaking. That might be better than the views in Majula. Oh, god damn it. I love this area coming up so much. It's so beautiful. Like I said, I'll try to flesh out my theories on the dragons and how the dragons connect to everything going on next time as we enter the Dragon Aerie and the Dragon Shrine.